if I keep filming, I'll just be rambling because I'm so nervous and worried for Mike. So I'm just gonna walk the stress out. Hey, Scott here, Scotty's Animals. I just dropped Mike off at the Exotic Animal Vet Center in Pasadena, and it's been a long week. He was fluctuating. When I first noticed there was something wrong, he was at 1,030 grams. Now, Big Mike, who now is Skinny Mike. Uh-oh. Hey! How's it going?
What you got here?
Volunteer Valerie's here. Let me pause and we'll pick it up in a minute. What a small world. That was Valerie, one of our one of our volunteers at the rescue, and she's here for ovarian cysts, and she's scheduling a surgery for her piggy. A lot of people ask me about ovarian cysts and issues with female piggies, and I don't know as much about that as I do about boars because I just have boys at home. But I definitely know Skinny Pigs 1 has been through a lot of the lady issues with her girls. So I would suggest following Skinny Pigs 1 and checking out some of her videos. You know, and people always ask me all sorts of questions about, can you people will send me an email, which I'm happy and I feel privileged to be able to answer. But people will ask me very specific questions, and I always want to remind people how YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world. And also, when you have a channel like mine with hundreds of videos, it may seem like, it's difficult to sort through them all. But you'd be surprised if you search on Google Scotty's Animals and then whatever your question might be. So you could search Scotty's Animals Critical Care, Scotty's Animals Guinea Pig Pet Insurance, and the videos will come right up. So you could search Skinny Pigs 1 ovarian cysts, and I'm sure you'd see a number of videos about that. So I'm heading over here to Goodwill. I'm gonna try not to touch stuff unless I plan on buying it. But while Mike's getting looked at, nice way to take my mind off it and actually donate money to charity and find some really fun things. So we'll find out what they discover, and I'll let you know in a second. Okay, so I just heard back from the vet after they examined Mike, and he does indeed have a tooth issue. His molars are overgrown on the bottom by a couple millimeters, which is affecting his ability to close his jaw. She also heard a heart murmur. And he has arthritis on his paws. He's about 5 years old. So, this is what happens with senior piggies. A lot of people have been asking me to do a video about senior piggies. And I guess what they're really wanting to know is what kind of complications can arise as they get older. So, I'll probably do a video, something like that, coming up soon. But the heart murmur creates a complication, and they're going to call me back any minute. So the doctor recommended x-rays so that we can see, x-rays of the heart, and also and he has possibly a minor abscess in his teeth, something that should or might be able to be taken care of with just antibiotics. But she recommended x-rays for the heart and x-rays for the jaw, and the heart x-rays will help us determine if there is heart disease, if there's fluid around the lungs, but also more importantly, if he's strong enough for anesthesia. Dr. Camphor is one of the best vets as far as tooth trimming goes, and she's not confident that she'll be able to trim his teeth unless he is put to sleep. And normally lots of vets can do a tooth trim with just a simple sedation. I've had to sign something or give permission that, you know, we'll try sedation in the past with other piggies, I guess with Billy maybe with his tooth trims, and then if the sedation didn't work, then we would do full anesthesia. But in this case, if his heart is healthy enough for anesthesia, then we're going to do that. Otherwise, I'll have to take him home and try to stabilize him more. You know, so it's kind of up in the air as to, like, if his heart is strong enough, then we're going to have to give him anesthesia in order to do his tooth trims. So that's what I'm nervous about, is just that she might not feel comfortable doing it, and then in which case it's like, well, what do we do? Just gonna wait for the vet to call and let me know what's going on, and then I'll know a little bit better, and then it's waiting again to see if you know, there's always a chance with anesthesia that the piggies won't wake up, that they don't respond well, and that's always a risk. But you know, you get into a situation where the tooth issues need to be solved. Piggies don't always constantly need a tooth trim if they've had tooth issues. A lot of times you can trim the teeth and they can get back on track. So I'm just gonna wait and find out what the next step is. It's gonna be a long day, that's for sure. So the good news is Dr. Camphor texted me and said that Mike's heart looks good. Now, she still heard a murmur, so there may be heart meds or something in his future, but she said it looked good enough, so she's gonna start the anesthesia. In fact, I'm sure he's under right now. Hopefully everything will go okay. I'm very nervous, so I don't want to film this video for too long. I just wanted to, I feel like if I don't document it as I go, then it's just going to end up being a summary of me explaining what happened, and you know, I won't remember all the details, and hopefully everything will be a success. If I keep filming, I'll just be rambling because I'm so nervous and worried for Mike. So I'm just gonna walk the stress out. Oh, I had my glasses on because, well, I was reading a comic book in the car and reading some emails. The next time they message me will be when Mike wakes up. So just gonna try to stay calm, and everything will be okay. Dr. Camphor said that Mike woke up. Dr. Camphor is sending me a whole bunch of photos right now of the surgery. I think there's I don't know if it was Mike just waking up or just about to go to sleep, and then there's one with he's got an IV and he's all flat as a pancake, but not in a good way. Okay, well, I'm waiting to pick up Mike. Everything seemed okay, and we'll see. Still have a 3-hour drive back home, but and I'll probably get stuck in a little rush hour traffic. Hopefully I can beat it. And I got a big pile of lettuce for Mike if he's hungry. Mikey's awake. I'll admit I was pretty nervous. He's an old man. Mikey, are you still zonked out? I got a big pile of lettuce for you, and we'll just get on the road so that we can beat the rush hour. Let's get out of town, right? Let's go back to the desert. You're a desert pig now, not a city pig. Let's go. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so nervous. I came up with a new t-shirt design for you, Mikey. I know you already have your plant t-shirt, but this is a new design. We'll show it at the end of this video. Okay, come on, let's go. I just stopped to get gas before I went on the road, and I said, Mikey, you might not be hungry yet. And he already started taking a bite of lettuce. Are you too spacey to eat? Have some. Hey, Mikey. What time is it? Well, it's just about midnight, and I'm beat. We got up really early to get to the vets by 10, and I spent all day waiting and worrying and stressing out, and I didn't do anything. Mikey had a tough day, but he's not groggy anymore. Oh, look at that big chunk. And looks like he's got an appetite, so I'm at least gonna stay up until he's not hungry anymore. I'll get him some more bananas, maybe some lettuce, whatever he wants. Maybe some shredded carrot. So many people have been asking me about, how's Mike doing? And right now he's doing good. You know, whenever we have a situation where we come out on top against all the odds, I like to celebrate with a t-shirt. So I already have the idea. You dropped it, Mike. So I hope you guys like it. Mike, I hope you like it too. So I'm going to design the t-shirt, and I'll check in tomorrow. Well, I'm going to go to sleep as soon as Mike's done chowing down, but in the morning I'll design the t-shirt, and I'll do a recap of what we did and what Mike's condition is and what we're going to do moving forward. But he looks good. He's got that spark in his eye. All right. Look at that chunk. Doesn't seem to be struggling to eat this banana. Let me go chop you some more banana before you run out and you get mad at me. Look at those cheeks. Look at those cheeks. Okay. Good night, everybody. I'll see you in the morning. Good job. All right, so it's the next morning, and Mike's hanging in there. He's got an appetite, but he's getting pretty picky about what he wants to eat. I fed him some critical care, and I gave him his medicine, and I gave him some lettuce and some carrot, but he didn't really want to eat too much of that. But he's going for the banana, so whatever he wants to eat, that's fine. How you feeling, buddy? So let's talk about what happened and where we go from here. Well, Dr. Camphor did notice that he had a heart murmur, but upon looking at his x-ray, she said that his heart seemed healthy, and so she said he could go through with the anesthesia. Don't spit it out. Come on, you got it. You got this. So she said that it was successful as far as her being able to trim enough of the molars and she did notice that he has arthritis on his ankle and on part of his back. And so long-term pain management, pain meds might be something to talk about. So she wants to see him again in a couple weeks. Week. Is that enough? So we'll do a checkup, but right now it's about consistent pain meds. She also said that he possibly has an abscess in one of his molars, or there might be some infection. There was some swelling there. So he's going to be on a course of antibiotics, which of course also means Benebac. So he's basically Medicam and Benebac and azithromycin antibiotic, because whenever you're on antibiotics you want to use the probiotic paste. So he's on azithromycin, so I'm going to also give him Benebac once a day or maybe twice a day. It's okay to give them a little bit more than they need. So I'll just have to look closer at the discharge notice. That's always important. You know, people always ask me, I went to the vet, but he's not, you know, he's still not doing well, whatever. What should I do? It's like you should talk to your vet, because your vet, it's not just about when they see them, it's about aftercare and instructing you on what to do. So you should always get a discharge notice. So I will reread the discharge notice for specific doses of the medication that I've been prescribed. But basically he's on twice a day antibiotics and pain medicine, and then the probiotic. So I'll just read closer to whether or not she wants me to do the Benebac once a day or twice a day. And we're going to try to get him eating solid food as soon as possible. Oh, but she wants me to syringe feed him critical care, because you can't just live off of bananas, Mike. What are you, 5 years old? Yes. You can't just eat mashed bananas for the rest of your life. No. So he seems to be okay. He seems like he's in better spirits. He's definitely strong. When I tried to syringe feed him, he was putting up a fight. Here. You done? Okay, well, sit tight for the rest of this video. Come on. Here. So I made a really cool t-shirt featuring Mike. So here, take a look at the design. It was the thumbnail, but here, look at the design on the t-shirt. It's 4 colors. There's a light blue and a royal blue, and then on black and white, and it actually looks really cool on all of those. And if you order right now, they have it in all sizes, like all the way up to 5X. A lot of times, especially during the pandemic, it's been hard for these t-shirt companies to keep all the sizes in stock. And there's some weird thing where with the printing company that, like, if I don't have all the colors and all the sizes, then I can't publish it to my Etsy shop. What I mean is, like, suppose one of those colors, they don't have it in 4X, then I can't publish that color. So I can only publish the sizes and the colors where, like if I do a blue and a black and a white, they all have to be the same sizes available. If there's one of those listings are missing, then it won't publish. So right now I've got the blue and the black and the white in all the sizes from small to 5X. But if you wait, then, you know, I might have to change around what sizes are available. But right now you can even get all the way up to 5X. So thank you for considering to support us, support the channel. You know, I do videos like this about my vet visits because there's always people that are going through these same illnesses. And so I think it's important to show not only when I discover the issues, but how I resolve them, to show you what you need to do if, you want to have the same success. So then I definitely recommend the Nationwide insurance. You got to ask them. They have different levels of coverage. But even the most expensive tier, the more expensive it is, the more coverage you get during an illness. But the least expensive, the least money it is up front. But all of those plans, I highly recommend investing in those, because you're going to spend money. I mean, one vet visit is going to basically knock out your deductible. And if you didn't have the insurance, you could easily spend, hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. And to get even a percentage of that money back, to get half that money back, it's a game changer. And hopefully that will encourage you to do the right thing by these animals and, not consider cost when you're debating about what care to give them. Dr. Camphor, she always says, this is what I think you should do. What do you want to do? And it's like, well, in a perfect world, I want to do what she thinks I should do. How am I going to put him to sleep how am I going to give him anesthesia if she's worried about his heart? And unless you do an x-ray, you can't really know for sure if, what the condition of his heart is in. I know, Mike. You're complaining. Okay, we're going to end this video right now. So anyways, thank you guys for coming along on this ride. And it was really stressful, but I think Mike is on the way to getting his teeth back in order. It's a delicate balance between having, if there's something wrong in the mouth and he can't eat as much, then if he can't eat hay, then his molars will start to grow, and then he can't eat, and it's just a cascading thing, and it's just a vicious cycle. Okay, Mike, I will leave you alone. Thank you for being so patient. All right, guys. Until next time, thanks for watching.